Greetings and welcome back. I am joined here with Inuki.
Hello, guys. I'm here to discuss the subject at hand. Today's subject: art stealing and tracing. Well, this is a very sensitive subject, and this was bound to come, but I guess today's the day. We're going to be talking about art stealing first to start things off. Art stealing, what it is basically, let's say a new account appears and they're like, "Hey, I want to be a furry, but I don't have any art of my persona." What better yet for me to go online and steal art of other people's personas and then call it my own and think I can get away with it? That's basically what art stealing is. Is it all right? No, no, it's not. Unless you credit. If you credit the artist and they say okay, kudos. You did a good job. You're a good person. If you didn't, you're a bad person. Don't do that. You're a bad person. Now, that's all I have to say for that. But what I really want to get on to is tracing. Tracing is something that is very, very sensitive. It kind of ties into referencing. And what referencing is basically looking at a picture online and then not mimicking it, but taking that idea and then putting it into your own art. So let's say you see a model and she does a certain pose. You think to yourself, hey, I really like that pose. I wonder if that could go really good in my art. You do it, but you don't trace it. You put it side by side. Now, that, in my opinion, is okay. But if you put it underneath and make it transparent and then trace over it, nuh-uh, not okay. That's just my opinion on it. And Trey, anything to add here? Kind of been quiet.
Yeah, I do have something to add to it. What you were first talking about with the stealing was they're known as basic furs, and I don't mean it as a discriminatory term because I get it. Some people can't afford their own art and things of that nature, and I mean, it's one thing to use it as simply as a role play account. You're not saying this is my persona or whichever you prefer to call it. I get it because we've all been there. We've all been to the broke cycle. You can't afford to have an artist do that, but that's not okay. Taking somebody else's work and then taking credit for it is just flat out wrong. And as far as
Now,
the tracing thing goes, I mean, you've got people out there that will, make something, like you said, make something transparent, change the hue, the saturation, the
damn, she's
depth.
hauling ass to get you.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah, what, like you were saying? I think you got it.
But yeah, I mean, there's certain things that.
Oh.
Oh, I just went back. Whoa. No, no,
Oh,
no, no.
okay, you got away, good. I think hitting her is a bad thing.
But yeah, I mean, they'll change the hue, the saturation, the depth, the opacity, and make it invisible, make it to where they can't tell that you're tracing it. But the fact of the matter is if you don't give credit, whether it's art, whether it's taking somebody else's persona and using it as a role play account, or tracing a existing piece and tracing over it, it's wrong if you don't give credit to somebody else that already had that pose.
Well, there is no gray area here. Let's just say it's white and black. People see it that way.
That,
There is no gray area. You can't get away with this. You can't make up excuses and stuff like that. And another thing I want to touch on is recoloring. Recoloring is very similar to tracing. It often starts as a trace, which then is recolored and edited slightly in order to make it an official OC or an official thing. What people, what they usually do is they usually go online and they look at certain pictures and they're like, hey, I like that pose, but I don't think I can draw that. They trace it and then they alter little things about it that are very noticeable and then they color over it. Now, this entirety is very wrong, but many people don't see it this way. They see it as them referencing and then making it into their own little thing here. And our time's already up for today. Anything you would like to add at the very end?
um, the last thing I'll say is this: if you're gonna do something like this, at least have the common decency to give somebody credit.
Credit the artist. credit the person. Just credit, please. Be a good person. Don't be a bad person. Anyway, we'll see you guys at the next episode. Have a good night.
Good night.